Tennessee, and then
Like I'm supposed to remember your schedule.
You're supposed to. If you stop doing drugs all the time, you might remember.
Well, hey, drugs are the only thing keep me going.
Dude, you got like one of those like call center headsets on too.
I know. Yes. Yeah, I left. Well, I brought minimal. You know what I could do, so I'd have a little headset.
Well, I should have known it's better. You have better internet.
Yeah, my parents have actually very good internet now compared to mine.
You're not.
Yeah, I'll be back Sunday night. And
Sherry asked what Nick's song's going to be tonight. Oh, nothing.
Nothing. Yeah,
I don't. Even though you're in Tennessee, that's the music capital of the world. You couldn't come up with a song in the music capital of the world.
I don't have any instruments here.
I was working on a song in our texting thread here, which was, "It's time to get things started. It's time to put on makeup."
Yes, Will. I'm still at my parents', but I'll be leaving early Saturday morning. So
you've been there for quite a while.
Well, I was here for a few days, then went to East Tennessee, and then back here.
What's the difference between East
I love
Tennessee
the camera on Chris.
About 5 hours. Yeah.
About 5 hours.
What happened?
The state's that big?
It's actually like if you went from one end to the other, it's more like 7.
Well, I guess.
Yeah, Tennessee's a big state.
Yeah,
from tit to taint. You know, it's
gotta get them new boys.
Tip to taint. I meant to say tip to taint. No, every now and then Chris comes into focus, like and his camera is set where it's like.
He's trying to be cool too with the hat to the
side. Like that was me behind him and the movie lighting. You know,
no, that's
for
just
those that just join us in the audio.
Here's a quick lesson. You know, for those who have Macs and those who also have iPhone. It's a feature of the operating system now that you can take your phone and use it as your webcam, which is exactly what I'm doing.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you can mount it to the top of your computer, and it utilizes the beautiful camera of your phone, which is literally 100 times better than any webcam on any.
I should try to do that with my.
If only Apple would teach us how to use our phones.
I should try and do that too.
But it's not up for, things to teach you. You have to teach yourself. Oh, look. Look who's going to be
doing it. It's out of tune.
I don't know how to play this thing.
Slightly out of tune.
Can you play
us a song.
Play us a song that you know how to play.
It's out of tune.
Pretend that you know how to play. It's actually, I think it's in tune. It's not?
I can tell when you started it. It wasn't.
Why is it? I tuned it for you. Why?
I can tell when Nick said it.
It's so out of tune.
It wasn't in
tune.
I don't know how to play. I'm not gonna pretend.
Right.
This is my daughter's ukulele.
I'll show you.
She doesn't know a song.
I'll show you how to play something really quick.
All right.
Put your finger on the very bottom string on the 3rd fret.
Yeah.
I'll keep this.
And then all I want you to do. So that's a C chord. No. If I go, God, that's so awful. It's so But the very beginning of Something by George Harrison of the Beatles is just something. So you have to see something in the way. Then you move it up one way she moves will be the very last one.
Yeah. Okay. So we gotta get.
Once you get it in tune, yeah.
So I think it has a. You have a tuner, don't you?
Yeah, you just stretch.
You can download one on your phone very easily too.
Yeah. So.
He doesn't want me to break it.
Okay. Yeah.
He's gonna do that on Tuesday.
All right. Cool. Well, thank you for show and tell.
Yeah.
Whose is it?
Show me a chord. Yeah. Come on in. Oh, you can't see her. This is my daughter. Say hi, Emma. Or they can't. You can't hear them. But
are you from Franklin, Indiana? Are you from Franklin, Indiana?
You know the answer to that, Jack.
I just saw Franklin in, so
could be Tennessee.
A minor.
A minor.
Could be Franklin, North Carolina.
F. Nice. Good job.
Well,
I'm not gonna try now, but I wanted to show these guys your ukulele.
Can you play Happy?
Happy
Birthday?
Nick, he plays the ukulele for us weekly, but he didn't bring his. He's at home busy.
Can you play Happy Birthday?
You play Happy Birthday? Ask Jack. You know, play Happy Birthday? No, it's okay.
I don't know how to play anything.
It's all right, buddy.
Alright, I'm gonna go upstairs before Mom starts yelling.
And
They have
finish
this new-
your,
they-
finish
hey,
your
they have
homework and
this-
get to bed.
They have this new thing called YouTube.
Oh.
Love you.
Oh,
It was worth it. For those listening, she just gave him a little
a goodnight kiss. Yeah.
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 Love you too, buddy.
They grow up so fast.
Dude,
She looks like she's like 12 or 13. She's
well, she is
getting pretty
10.
tall. 10.
Yeah, she's super tall. I had to correct myself live in the moment there. I don't know if you caught that or not, because that was a gift from Santa.
Oh,
And I was like, I almost dropped the ball. But if you heard that, I said, didn't you get a tuner with that? But she's super stoked for it because she like started playing ukulele in music class.
Oh,
So she went into school the other day, and she didn't want to like impose upon her music teacher, who's completely awesome. Her music teacher is great, and she was like, "Hey, if I brought my ukulele in, would you tune it for me?" And he's like, "Fuck yeah, like bring it in." like thinking
said, "Fuck
of
yeah"?
Thinking of like a fifth grade music teacher getting
Well, it
like
is
the
Massachusetts.
engagement of like
Sure.
of these kids who really want to play. She really does want to play. But he was saying that like, when you get these ukuleles, when you first get them, you have to stretch out the strings because they're, the brand new. And he said he's got extra strings for her. She can take home too, which is kind of cool. But apparently this style of ukulele, the strings are really need to get like stretched, before they can even be put into tune. And I don't know the first thing about that. So
Was that who she was worried about you breaking it?
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
Just don't break it. Mr. Barrett needs to see that. And kudos to anyone who might be listening from Franklin, Massachusetts, which is nobody. But Mr. Barrett is a phenomenal music teacher, and he's one of those guys that should be nominated for like Teacher of the Year because of his dedication to those kids.
Well, can't you do that?
Yeah. Oh, I have. I drop my daughter off for school every morning, and there's hundreds of kids getting dropped off either by bus or by car, and Mr. Barrett, the music teacher, greets every single one of them by their name, and it's quite an amazing thing to see someone have that connection with the kids, which is really, really nice. But so I'm psyched. She's got herself a ukulele, and an iPad actually as well.
Nice.
Yeah. Good times for out of tune
Christmas.
music in my house.
yeah. It's good. She should, building the muscles to get the chords is the hardest part. But yeah,
Right.
the only chord that's somewhat hard to hit on the ukulele for a beginner is E.
Yeah.
It's just a weird way to put your hand. So I usually just play E minor, and you guys can't tell the difference. So.
Once she learns how to
Our
play,
inferior ears.
once she learns how to play it, maybe we can have her do the opening song. At least
Maybe we
we have someone we can count on to come up with a song each week.
Yeah, we could commission her to do our music.
I mean, it's been a month. Just saying, since we recorded, since we all
Has it been a month?
It's
well,
been-
Matt and I
so
did
nice.
one.
Yeah.
At least 3.
And so amazing.
and it might even be longer because so today
He's not coming home, guys.
No, so listen to this shit. So today was a hectic and stressful day for me. Because
Are you working?
yeah, I'm
Right now.
working. I'm working from home, and then
Okay.
drive back on the weekend. But today, it's the 5th, and most of my other bills came in, like utilities stuff came in, and I'm looking at my water bill, and it was $700.
Oh shit!
Holy
And
crap!
I go, what the fuck? Because
Did you
I
leave the
the
shower
water-
on?
Did you have a water main break?
Yep. And I've been gone since the 12th of December.
Oh my god!
And so I
there
normally
damage to the
spend,
house?
I normally use about 700 to 800 gallons a month of water. It's just me. I use 44,000 gallons in the month of December.
Hey! You should be quiet because there's a lot of people from California listening.
Yeah, I was using all of California.
dude.
That's how much I hate
And-
California.
Has
They
anybody
don't-
gone
they
to your
don't- they
fucking
don't have
house,
water?
Nick? Fast
Yes,
forward. Is it
yes.
okay?
It's because Jack keeps interrupting me.
I'm trying to find out the story.
I'm
So
all
anyway,
ears. I've been
I'm
quiet
calling
the whole-
all of my neighbors to tell them like, hey, and they're all like on vacation themselves or doing whatever they do. And I remember that one of my coworkers lives about half a mile from my house. So I'm like, hey, can you please go check my house? And as soon as she gets there, she video chats with me. She's like, "Yeah, there's water coming out from the bottom of your garage." And I give her the garage code. She opens it up, and I'm actually quite thankful it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, because I was expecting to like be on the top part of the house and have like a waterfall coming down. And what it is what I can guess is that the main behind the shower in my office burst inside the wall, and it was just draining inside the wall into the lower level. Luckily, I didn't have any personal things damaged, but the whole floor of the downstairs is fucked. And yeah, water waster. But yeah, it's I'm kind of screwed for a little while. But I've already got a plumber. I've already got a plumber coming out on Monday morning, and everything is shut off in the house. All the water's shut off. I've got everything taken care of for now. But it's like it's one of those things where if he's like, oh, like all of your pipes burst on this level, I'm not gonna have any water for God knows how long. So I might not even be able to go back into my house for a while. So I have no idea. But I've already had some friends be like, oh, you can come stay with us until it mostly gets fixed.
Do you not have cameras in your house? You need to get cameras in your house.
Why do I need to get cameras in my house?
So if something happens like that, you can see it.
Well, that's what's insane is that so when I called the utility company to ask them about, like, hey, like this is an insane amount of bill, and they're like, yeah, you used 44,000 gallons of water, and I was like, yeah, Well, I was just like, well, and I was like, she goes, let me check what the meter reader said. In his note, he wrote possible pipe burst ? And that was on December 26th. I was like, and you couldn't have called me in the time that's passed from December 26th? It's like, what the fuck?
Or couldn't they have shut off the water?
Exactly. But no, they just left it running. So I don't know. That actually probably
just go in an extra step and say, hey, he's not home. They're not home. Maybe I should just shut off the water. There could be.
Sorry, you want to do that.
Yeah. I mean, what if you're just trying to stockpile water from the government?
Right.
You can't do that. You can't
put in that pool. That pool in the backyard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
David.
Winter.
David in the chat says this is the exact reason I installed Wi-Fi water valve cutoff, which is actually a really good idea.
I didn't know they had that.
I'm going to write that down.
Yeah, you can get those.
I didn't know they had that.
They're like a couple $100.
Get the wide setting on the Wi-Fi water.
Would it work?
What happens if you have Nickernet though? Will it still work?
Right.
I can't stop. Oh, I'm sorry. It won't stop.
Well, do you have you can also put sensors, right? So like well, it wouldn't really matter if it was behind the shower, I guess, right? So you can put sensors around your hot water heater that can trigger if there's any moisture that can notify you as well.
It wasn't around the hot water, like where the main valve is, like where the actual closet was. So that's fine. It was just in this one spot of the house and just drained straight down into the next bathroom below it, and then from there it flooded that room, and then it flowed into the garage and out of the house.
So go ahead, Jack.
They know how much water you use average a month, 700 to 800. They see 44,000.
Yeah, and didn't think anything about it.
And they didn't think anything of it?
No.
I mean, come on.
You don't want the government messing with your water usage, okay?
I'm
taking a strictly hard libertarian view.
If he did that,
you can't have the government messing with your
say he's still living in Los Angeles, he'd be doing hard time.
Heck yeah, it would be.
Yeah, you would.
Well, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
That's 44,000 gallons could supply all of Southern California.
Was it just a drop in temperature in Loveland?
Yes, that's what I assume happened. Is that I think it was on the 22nd or 23rd. When all the first big blizzards came through, we got all the snow and stuff. It dropped in Loveland, where I live, from I think 20 or 30 degrees to like -20, like that. And so I think that's what did it. Yeah.
You didn't leave a little drip going?
No, I mean, I probably should have. I just wasn't thinking about it, because I've never really lived in a cold environment and never thought about doing that, leaving the sink going a little bit. But I don't know what happened. But we'll see.
Because I've learned to do that when it gets cold.
Probably when I left, probably like 62 or something. Just to keep it enough, but not.
Yeah.
There
should have been plenty.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, man, that sucks. I hope it's an easily resolved situation.
I hope so too. I mean, I've already been on the call with like the main insurance people.
So you haven't been home since, right? You
no,
seen
my friend who I work with took pictures and some video of it and let me see.
Are walls damaged? Ceiling damage?
Yeah, there's a little bit of ceiling damage just where it came from the upstairs shower into the next bathroom below it. But the only thing is, other than that, I mean, I'm gonna have to replace the entire floor in the basement.
So that's why you got homeowners, bro. You know,
right? Exactly.
Because here's the thing: like you're gonna have like remediation services come in, because whenever you have like sitting water, especially in the walls that you can't see,
right?
That's mold, right? So I mean, I had to deal with that with my shit storm of a basement in my last house.
I remember that when you fell down in the shit.
Yeah. So if you're going to open up a homeowner's claim, like fucking go all in. Like make sure you demand to have like a remediation company come in and give their 2 cents. And they're gonna have to cut up the floor, the wall. You have to replace all that.
Can they pay for the water bill?
No.
No, there's no way you can get that.
No. The only thing they'll pay for everything that the water damaged. So they'll pay for the floor, they'll pay for the walls, they'll pay for anything that's personal of mine that got ruined. The only thing that they will not pay for is if the pipe burst from freezing, they will pay for it because that's normal. But if it was like a pipe that just started seeping, then that's on me for not replacing old pipes.
Well, how old's the house? I mean, I forgot how old the house is.
68, but
68?
I guarantee it burst from freezing.
Yeah, dude, pipes from 68 aren't gonna dissolve.
No.
Yeah. But
they're copper, right?
Copper rather, yeah.
Copper, yeah.
What the fuck am I talking about?
Yeah, there's no way.
But we'll see. We'll see when I get there and then get people out. Because like I said, the plumber's coming out first thing Monday morning, and then I should hear from the adjuster. And they have another company too that's going to come out and do like all the vacuuming and
didn't damage your Lego collection, did it?
So
yeah, that's what I was worried about.
Luckily, the Legos are on the second level, but I did have my big gigantic Millennium Falcon still in the box. That did the box got damaged, so I'm.
I think that's just fate telling you need to build it.
Need to build it, but they're all still in the plastic bag, so I was like, hey, it's all right, but but the box is
sure.
The box is
that's brutal.
And that's what's funny is that my coworker that went in, she was she had the FaceTime on, and she goes, oh, there's a Star Wars box here, I'll move it out of the water, and I was like, no, and then she grabbed it because it weighs so much, she just ripped the box, and I was like,
So now they're all floating around, all the pieces.
Nah, she did okay, but it's just the only thing that got ruined were like a couple like posters that.
Well, luckily you had someone you could call.
Yeah, but that was one of my sheer panic is I couldn't get a hold of anybody. The only person I could get a hold of was my boss, and he was in meetings all day, so he wasn't gonna be able to get there till roughly around this time.
He's
tonight.
Like, yeah, I'm really busy.
Yeah, so, but luckily I remembered her, and so she was like, "Oh yeah, no problem," and then she got me all my information, my insurance information, so I could go ahead and take care of that today instead of having to wait till Monday. And so I was just, it sucks, but it could have been a lot worse because I was, like I said, my worst case scenario was like it, open my bedroom and then just the whole second level, third levels like flooded. And I'm like, just ruin everything. But I'm hoping it's not gonna be too bad.
Do you have a cat?
I do not. I have no animals.
Because Kim said she heard of a case where a family had a huge water bill because the cat kept flushing the toilet.
Dude. Wow.
Insanity, like you plead insanity on it. You're just like, I don't know
about the cat or the
water.
The water.
Yeah, that's.
I just can't believe the water company didn't put 2 and 2 together and say, all right, there's an issue here.
Yeah,
you might be able to somehow work in the loss due to water utilization out of this.
Yeah, I mean, I would look at it.
I would do everything I can to try and say, "Fuck you, you're paying for it." Like
because that's just come on. They
because it's a $700 water bill. Like just, I mean, I'm not gonna, whatever. and the damage they're gonna pay for is far exceeds $700. Right. They're gonna be paying for parts and labor for plumbing. Then you have to tear apart your wall. They're gonna have to tear apart your floor and redo all that shit. Your claim is gonna be probably close to $15,000 to $20,000. A $700 water bill should just be sorry for the pun, a drop in the bucket.
Drop in the well. I definitely am gonna call the utility company because like thinking about that bill cycle ended like on the 26th of December, and so I've got another 11 days of,
John, the retired guy says you can call the water department and explain you're from Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Is that supposed to be an insult?
I would think so.
Tennessee. I don't know. I thought it was just a general, like, I don't know.
I don't know. It just seems. I'd be pissed at the water. I mean, obviously they didn't do it, but I'd be pissed at the water company. They noticed it and didn't do anything about it.
Well, I mean, it's also like I wonder where the hell my neighbors are, because my friend who went over there, she goes, your driveway is a river of ice. You could just see it coming down the hill, and I'm just like, what the hell? Like, did no one just drive by and go, look at that?
That Nick, he's probably doing some edibles.
Yeah.
He's probably doing some mushrooms.
He probably killed himself in the tub, and it just keeps. I'm not going in the house. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, that sucks, Nick. I feel bad for you. I really do.
Anyway,
home ownership. Am I right?
Am I right? Yeah.
And happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
So
I'm now the answer.
Dude.
I'm now the answer to everything.
There you go.
How old are you now?
42.
Yeah.
42.
Clearly, Jack is not a
golfer.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm just gonna keep adding like references on top of references.
Yeah.
So I'm having home owner issues. Came home, my lights in my kitchen aren't working. Nor is the outlet that powers my microwave, or the outlet that powers and lights that power my bathroom exhaust fan.
You probably need a new the thing that the reset thing.
Fuse?
The GFCI outlet.
No.
So I actually believe I think the problem lies at the light switch that powers the kitchen lights, because I'm pretty sure that's the first point of like the electrical run from the fuse box going upstairs. I think it runs through the light switch, and then from the light switch goes up and to the attic to actually bring down to the drop down lights, and then on the way up there, I think it stops at an outlet that powers the microwave and the bathroom exhaust fan in the other room. It sounds fucking weird, but it's kind of like the same direction. So I'm hoping it's just the actual rocker switch on the wall that could cause that entire line to stop working. Because if that's the case, that's an easy $4 fix. And if it's not and it's wiring, then I'm fucked.
I know we had a problem in the kitchen for a long time, and we used to be like Green Acres. I would have the extension cord going to the other side, and so I kept replacing that the what's it called again, Matt?
The GFCI outlet.
Yeah, so I kept, and it worked for like a couple of weeks, and then go boom, and I go,
he gets
can't be
too
that
confused.
Yeah, so then I finally replaced the fuse in the fuse box, and everything worked.
My fuses
you think it'd be difficult? It took me like 5 minutes to replace.
My fuses are brand new. I got those all redone when I got the
maybe they did it wrong.
The solar. No, but it's been working all year. It just happened to stop working today. But I'm pretty sure it's at that point is where at the rocker switch it's causing the problem.
Okay.
But it's just finding the time to fix it. And I couldn't microwave dinner tonight, so I had to air fry fucking chicken nuggets.
Sherry asked, sorry to be Captain Obvious, but did you push the reset?
Yeah, totally did. Yeah, so
I was gonna say, did you try the fuse box?
I literally. So the wiring in my house is kind of fucked, right? In the sense that like it doesn't actually represent what's happening in the house. So I don't know what all the fuses actually do. So in the case like this, I just turn them all off. And then turn them all back on to see if that fixes it. No, it didn't fix. And Sherry,
it's like what the IT crowd suggests.
True. So there is one GFCI outlet on that line, and it's in the bathroom on the bathroom wall. And I've reset that outlet a couple of times too, and nothing to no avail, as they say.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I know our fuse box is not labeled right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mine is not either. It's all whacked.
So I have to have someone. I go, is it off? That no.
Why don't you just label it one day?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, yes, I can just label it one day. But the thing is, though, is that the way the house is wired, like you can tell, it was built in 1980. And between 1980 and 1995, they made some significant changes to the house. So, which included some weird wiring. So, like, as an example, the line that I'm talking about goes from the fuse box to a light switch that's outside of the kitchen. that controls the lighting in the kitchen, but also feeds the that line also feeds the lights through the ceiling, but also feeds 2 additional outlets as well. So like power is running through that switch, going up to 2 ceiling lights, then going to an outlet up above my microwave that plugs into, and then an outlet in the bathroom which that it butts. So it's like it branches off like a tree. So I don't know exactly which ones are which, but
yeah, because my daughter said because you said, why don't you relabel it, Matt? My daughter goes, why don't you just relabel it? I go, because I don't think about it until I'm trying to find out what switch it is, and after that I don't care. Because my wife ordered a new lamp for the new light fixture for the kitchen, and I'm all right.
it is fucking labeled. It just doesn't have all the labels necessary.
No, ours is not labeled correct. It'll like say dishwasher. It's not the dishwasher. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
but
it's North Carolina.
You know, I'm just saying, like, maybe you just put another sticker on there and just say,
maybe you should shut the fuck up, okay?
That's a lot of work.
I know
that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. I mean, there's like 16. There's like 16 switches.
Yeah. I'm over here drinking like several espresso shots, just trying to keep with this conversation because
it's gonna take me like
water,
10 minutes to do that.
electrical. What it's next? Fire. Like
we talk some gas.
So I'm putting up this light fixture. I'm moving on. Poop.
You got a poop story with your grandkids? Because I
got to have a story with my grandkids, but anyway.
By the way, guys, when it was just me and him, it was basically just stories about his grandkids shitting on things, and then me putting up with it. Right? Did I sum it up?
Yeah. I hate that I'm agreeing with Matt, John, the retired guy.
Well, it's 2023. Welcome to.
So I'm putting this light fixture up, and you know how it has these 2 screws, and you have the little things on the light fixture where you tighten up. And there, okay. It takes like they wouldn't. There wasn't enough room, so I'm taking out the bolt. I said, all right, I'm gonna take out the bolt. I go, what the heck? And so I'm trying to figure.
How do you tighten it with your fingers?
With my fingers, and then you just
okay.
It's.
Anyway, I just wanted you to show.
So my wife is there, and I'm getting angry and frustrated because I go, all right, this should be the fucking easiest fucking part of the goddamn thing. So I'm trying to fix it, and finally she's asking questions. She's trying to help me. I said, please stop helping me. Please stop. And then I finally say to her, I go, please leave me alone. I will figure it out. I go, either that or we're going to get a divorce and so you know what? I'm going to wait till tomorrow and do it.
And Cindy was like,
That's the best offer I've had in a while.
Exactly.
So I finally figured the next day, what I did is I used
that shit up.
I used the base from the old light fixture, which was similar to the one we had.
Mm-hmm.
And I used the old piece that was, that connects into the light fixture to hold it up.
Old pieces still work.
And it worked because the new ones were not working. I go, and she kept asking me, I go, look, I don't know why it's not working, but the new things, it's a little bigger and the screws,
one's
smaller.
probably metric and one's probably,
I don't know what it was, but it took me 2 days. And I was just like,
American standard.
I go, please leave me alone. See, I thought I was okay because I said please, and she appreciated that I said please.
Hey,
leave me alone.
That's
because I can get mad, I can get upset.
No,
and I chose to be polite and just But at that point, I didn't care if I got divorced or not. I was so frustrated. But now it's hanging up there. It's fine, everything. But it's the easiest fucking part. You just pop it in. Put the 2, I'm going to do it up here so Matt can't make fun of me. Put the bolts in, and it's done. But the damn thing wouldn't work. And then one time I did it, and one of the wires came out. And I went, what the fuck? So I had to.
Well, did you put the wire caps on there?
I did, but I was getting.
Okay, you got to put the wire caps on there. And then you take the electrical tape and tape around.
I did that.
Okay, well, I've done this, and then I don't have wires popping out.
Here's a trick for you, too. If you take the 2 wires, when the power is not going through them, of course, and you actually stick them into your drill, and you can and twist them up, and then put the wire caps on.
That's how you
then
twist
put the
it.
tape on top of that.
I'm glad you told me that now.
Yeah.
Usually I have
Welcome
no,
to this very old house.
Usually I have no problem. I have no problem with it, but this one was not working, so I had to use all different parts to get it to work, and it finally worked.
He has a candelabra now,
and I'm still married. So there was a win. It was a win-lose situation.
You did something right there, Jack.
But at this point, we're going to take
a
commercial
what?
break. Probably,
right now?
Probably a divorce lawyer.
Oh fuck. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back.
30-30.
And Matt has left the building.
I wanted to recommend a show, and I think all four of us would really enjoy it. And it's amazing to me that I did not discover this show.
Is it A River Runs Through It?
No. That's a good movie, though.
Is that too soon?
Maybe. It was a frozen river, though, so it's not technically. Yeah.
Sorry, I feel bad.
Okay, so I guess it was one of those things that just popped up on like you may like on Netflix, and the show was in it. It was only 3 seasons, but it was with Michael Douglas and Alan Arkin. So I was like, hey, I like those guys. Let's watch the show. Yeah, the Kominsky method.
Oh yeah,
it's so fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
And
my wife talked about that.
And Chuck Lorre wrote it, and I fucking hate Chuck Lorre. Every show he's ever made.
He's the 2.5 Men, right?
2.5 Men and Big Bang and like. And so, but he's actually, I was like, wow, he can.
Love Connection.
Is it a comedy?
Yeah, it's a comedy.
Wasn't he on Love Connection?
It's not.
We'll be back in 2.
I'm back in 2 and 2.
Yeah.
That's not Chuck Lorre.
That's Chuck Woolery.
Chuck Woolery. Yeah.
Boom. I knew one of you guys would know that. Thank you.
Did he die?
What?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Did he die recently? Did he?
Who?
Probably.
Chuck Woolery?
Maybe.
Pancreatic cancer is what I'm guessing. All right, go ahead. Keep going.
But yeah.
I'm looking it up.
It's on Netflix.
Still around?
It's on Netflix. Yeah, it's only 3 seasons, only 8 episodes per season, and they're half hours, so you can knock it out in a day if you want to. But
shit, Jane Seymour, sign me up.
Jane Seymour's in it a little bit. Why am I forgetting
dead people?
Jane Seymour does not get the credit she deserves of being very attractive.
I fucking think she's some absolute smoke show.
When people talk about, but they don't. When they talk about old school, they never bring her up.
I think she's amazing.
Have you seen her on Battlestar? Have you seen her on Battlestar Galactica? The original.
Yeah, my wife uses it as a way to make fun of me all the time because I think older women are smoke shows, and Jane Seymour is one of those older women that I think are smoke shows.
All right.
So she always busts my chops in front of people, saying, "Oh yeah, just ask Chris about Jane Seymour." I'm like,
okay.
Hey, don't forget, she was motorboated like a son of a bitch by Vince Vaughn for good measure.
Two things.
I
real
didn't
quick.
see that movie.
Chuck, no, he didn't motorboat
back in
her.
2 and 2. 2 and 2. Chuck Woolery is not dead.
He just felt up her
No, he's still alive. He's a crazy like ultra MAGA guy.
Okay. Well, I was wrong that he was dead. I'm sorry. I'm trying to pull it back.
How did we get off Jane Seymour? Back to
the
Chuck
other
Woolery.
thing was smoke shows. My wife thinks that the term smoke show is actually like you're saying that they're not hot, that it's like a distraction, like a smoke show is like a smoke and mirrors, kind of like
smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
No.
And I'm like, no, I it's a good thing, babe. And she's like, no, I think it's a bad thing. And I was like,
oh, you can tell her it's a good thing.
Well, it's sexist, but as far as guys,
I'm like,
it's a good thing.
Is it sexist? Wow, how is it sexist?
Because you're
but
a dude can be a smoke show.
Okay. Yeah,
and
when women talk about dudes being smoke shows,
that's okay.
Is that sexist?
No, that's okay. But men cannot talk about women that way.
I think there's a line.
I'm just saying.
I think
there's somebody out there who's going to take some.
Okay, I don't want to get into
fuck off.
That. I'm just saying that
I don't care. There's nothing wrong with referring to someone in a term that's actually. There's nothing wrong with the term smoke show. It means that the person is hot. Right, and
that's
what
what
happens.
You're judging them for their looks and not for who they are.
For fuck's sake!
Okay,
really?
I'm just here making.
There are people out there that are listening to Kanye.
I'm gonna put on my calendar to see if I can get to know
music.
Jane Seymour better in 2023, so I can call her a smoke show because I.
You know what? I'm gonna try and get her on the show.
Let's please. Let's do it.
I'm writing it down. Get Jane Seymour on the show. I bought enough of her necklaces.
Solitaire
for Cindy.
Also, Lisa Edelstein is on that show, and I think she is also a smoke show.
Randy does bring up a very great point. It's true.
Which is what?
Joan of Arc, smoke show.
Joan of Arc, smoke show.
She was definitely hot.
So was Aunt Beru.
I don't know if. I mean, I think Joan of Arc probably had what, schizophrenia, some type of a.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, so now we're being medical doctors because we can just.
I'm just calling it as it is. All of the signs point to.
So we're labeling her. And she's not here to defend herself.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Whoa, I'm on fire.
Okay, now that's a step too far. Okay.
What do you mean? I'm sure that's what she was saying.
Well, that's what Randy was saying when he went to see the boss.
Tell me now, baby, are you good? Okay, anyway.
But anyway, good show. I like it because I think all four of us like it. It's two grown ass men bickering with each other pretty much the entire series.
All right.
The only bad thing about it is that Alan Arkin, which I did not know, is actually he is temporarily retired from acting. So he's only in the first 2 seasons of the 3 seasons because he basically told them, I'm taking a break for a little while.
Alan Arkin, that's the son, not the dad, right?
Alan Arkin? No, he's Alan Arkin's
old. He's like 88.
Okay, so that's because he was in
Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah, Little Miss Sunshine. He was the granddad.
Okay, yeah. Who's
that was probably
Adam Arkin, right? Adam Arkin.
Chicago
Hope. West Wing.
Matthew Arkin.
No, it's Adam Arkin.
He does have a son named Matthew Arkin, but I don't think he's anybody we know.
Where's Matt Treese?
I haven't seen him yet. Might not be.
There you go, Matt.
Well, okay, I'm working on it.
Not you, Matt. The other Matt. It's not all about you.
So Alan Arkin is not. He's in Grosse Point Blank too.
He's still alive. Too.
He's the therapist.
He's only 5'9".
Oh, really?
Now I have run across some things on IMDb
I'm 5'9",
which are not correct on height. By the way,
it's not Noah Arkin.
It's
Noah's Ark in.
Oh, I get it. Does no one know who he is? It's Adam Arkin, isn't it? Adam Arkin.
It's SP Arkin.
Sparkin.
I agree.
I prefer to
Randy.
just have the initials do the talking.
Randy, I kind of agree. Randy just says he finished Wednesday tonight. It was kind of entertaining, but not my normal thing. I agree. Like, I think it's really witty in a lot of places that I loved, because it does stay true to the Wednesday Addams character and process.
Right.
But
it is. I looked it up.
Are you guys talking about Wednesday now?
Wednesday Addams. Yeah, I mean, I'm just reading Randy's. We can go back to.
No,
I watched
Sparky.
I mean,
I watched the first episode, and then Cindy said, "I'm not waiting for you," and she finished it.
The whole show.
I mean, it does kind of veer towards the whole like Harry Potter
It's bizarre,
but it's good.
Okay. Will there be a Thursday?
No.
Tuesday afternoon.
There has to be a morning after.
Pill. Anyway, so
whoa! I was going for the '70s song. You're going for current day.
Hey, I'm just saying.
1969, actually.
That song?
Rain Man would know.
But I don't know.
And that was not a water joke about your house.
It is now.
Well, I have some shows up to recommend.
Okay.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Go for it.
After this commercial break.
We took one. Where were you? No.
He took a pee break.
No, I went out, looked at the moon, took a stroll.
We weren't. It wasn't that long a commercial.
Okay. Go ahead. Continue with your shows.
Anyway, 1923 with everyone's favorite Star Wars.
Okay, now I'm getting confused on all of these dates. There's 1899, 1923.
No, 1899 is completely different.
I can't remember all these.
And it got canceled, so I don't have to finish it.
What era am I in now? That's how I feel every time I'm watching a TV show.
It's the Yellowstone's.
Okay, so this is got the Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren who got to
Helen Mirren,
get down with a little bit of old. Do you think Helen Mirren was like
smoke show?
Right. But do you think she was excited that she got to be like next to Harrison? I mean, I would think.
I think Helen Mirren is an incredibly attractive woman.
Well, she could get it.
Mm-hmm. She's been with. I mean, she's not been with. She's acted with a lot of famous people. So guys. So Harrison Ford's like, okay, whatever.
He's like, well, once you've.
So would you call her a goat?
Greatest of all time?
No, I meant like Nancy, like Nancy Reagan.
Oh, Nancy Reagan. No, I wasn't meaning that.
Oh,
no. I wasn't going Nancy Reagan with Helen Mirren. No, but no, it's actually 3 episodes in. It's really good.
This is 1920.
1923.
I like it, and I'm gonna keep watching it. But I was a little because it basically the first episode, especially, it rips off Shane, the movie Shane, and it rips off The Ghost in the Darkness as well. And so both the plots are 2 things you've already seen. And I was like, oh, how did you not get sued for stealing these 2 stories?
You can do whatever you want in Hollywood,
I guess. Will Fry brings up another great point. 1899, which I know you guys probably have not watched yet, but
I watched the first 2 episodes.
I was gonna wait till the next year.
Yeah, shut up, Matt. 1899, who the guys who wrote Dark, got canceled by Netflix, which I don't know why, because it was in the top 3, I think, for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Because it's too fucking bizarre.
I liked it.
I watched the first 2. My wife and I watched the first 2 episodes. I said, well, I think it's a British show. I kind of sold her that way, and it's she's watching German. It. She goes, yeah, this is not Brit. Well, the previews I saw, they were speaking. The
Germans.
British. Yeah. Then the Germans came in and ruined everything. Fucking Nazis.
Matt's carry the one.
The problem with 1923 and 1880 is it 1889?
Yeah. Okay.
1883.
And Yellow's 1883 is trying to piece together. Okay, who's that? Who's this? Who's that? And the best part of the 1923 part is the story in Africa. I find that more fascinating than the.
Yeah, but that story though is that story is the Ghost in the Darkness with Val Kilmer, and it's the same story except they changed it from lions to cheetahs, and I was like, what the fuck?
Anyway. I can't wait to get out of Africa.
And Yellowstone season 5 is it's a lot better than season 4 was kind of
okay.
I don't know. I've never watched
I heard
5 is really good.
I heard that season 3 of The Mandalorian is already a flop. It's already not doing what
Nick said.
It's making the same mistakes. No, but there's already articles making this claim, and I'm like, what the fuck? Sit the fuck down. Okay.
Wait, what? Like, what's making the same mistakes?
It's like season 3 of Mandalorian is already making the same mistakes of the sequel trilogy, and I'm like, it's not even fucking out yet.
Yeah, it's not out.
Sit down.
And John the Retired Guy says we finally watched Maverick. It's Maverick Top Gun.
Yeah.
Just with the pens.
Just pointing that out. And it was the same movie from the 80s, just with the pens. I disagree.
I know he's saying he wore Depends on both.
Oh, he wore Depends watching.
Yeah, because it was like
because it's a long movie.
No, you need it with those G forces, man. When that's simulated.
He didn't have the pause.
He died. He dies in the first few minutes of the movie. The rest of it.
Just saying, there's a reason John worked for Brown.
Purgatory. Maverick's dead.
I thought the Maverick Top Gun was better than Maverick or Top Gun.
No.
Yeah, I did. I thought it was better.
I watched it as well because now it's free on HBO or whatever. Like I like it. No, I did. I saw. Yeah, I think Chris.
That's right. You had someone. Chris saw it first. Someone talking next to him.
Paramount.
I think Chris saw it first. One of us saw it first. Top Gun Maverick.
I saw it in the theater the day that it came out.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. Chris saw it first, and I saw it, and then you two saw it. But because I said the same thing. Like I really enjoyed it, but I said I thought it wasn't as good as the first one, and Chris thought it was better than at the time.
Yeah. So I don't know how to answer. Maybe I take that back in the sense that I think it's hard to compare the two, right? Like of its time, Top Gun was fucking amazing, right?
Hold on a second. McLeod. There you go, Randy.
McLeod.
There you go.
No, go ahead. Put up my comment.
Honor McLeod.
I think for its time, like I think Top Gun, the original, was an amazing movie. Nothing like it had been done
amazing.
before, and like it was just new to the cinematic universe, right?
Oh no!
But
oh no, Goose! Oh no!
And Top Gun Maverick, I think they put all the right bits into it to make it as nostalgic as it needed to be and as entertaining.
I hope the next one's called Top Gun: All the Right Bits.
All the right bits.
I was right. Yeah. By the way,
but like when you think about it, they did all the right things to make that movie as entertaining as it possibly could be, while still being nostalgic, but not an annoyingly nostalgic movie. Right. Like, so I think that in that sense, the movie's fucking awesome. They did a phenomenal job.
I think it's. I was shocked how good it was.
But I mean, I kind of liken it to like remember our discussion we had about like Avatar, right? But like,
did it ever come out?
It did, right? And nobody fucking knows about it. Like,
right.
Well, I've known about it for a while.
I haven't met one person who's seen it yet, but yet it's still making lots of money.
No, right? So, like, I mean, I think the last episode we were on, I was like, man, like, how did I just find out about this today?
When
it's coming out in 4 days.
It is the way of the water.
But the thing is, though, like, what? That's a good example of like how do they make it as impactful as it was 12 years ago or 13 years ago when it came out? Like, it was its first of its kind, not unlike how Top Gun was first of its kind.
Yeah, I let my son watch Avatar, the first one, because it's on Disney Plus. So I thought, oh, you haven't seen it, and my daughter's just kind of like, nah, this is just too like the whole hoorah, like the military part is just, she's just, nah, this isn't. So, but he liked it. I mean, he enjoyed it, but I don't know if he was, I don't know.
Well, I think Chris was saying, I liked the first one. I watched it. I saw it in the theater, and I go, but I have no desire to watch the second one because it's been too long. It's just like, okay, but I liked it, but I liked it, but it wasn't that great. I wasn't like, oh my god, Avatar 2 is coming out. I have to see it. I go, I'll watch it when it comes on.
Like, you had to go and see the first one because it like that, like not 4K, but like, what was it, like 30 frames a second or whatever it was?
It was something. It was something that was.
And it
like when
really
Star Wars came out, New Hope. It was something different.
It kind of launched the whole 3D
like
movie.
IMAX experience.
Yeah, like I mean, for 5 to 8 years after that, Avatar came out, everything had to be IMAX 3D.
Right.
I mean, it changed that scope of cinema theater viewing. And if it's great, that's fine. Like I heard Avatar Blue. like Nancy.
Man, how did we got this far into the episode without making a Nancy Reagan reference?
No,
I did.
Nick said it earlier.
Yeah,
about Helen Mirren.
I was trying to work it into Nick's house that was too wet to be approached, but I didn't think it was appropriate.
Maybe she blew the pipe.
I didn't want to make fun of Nick's travesty.
Pipe just got too hard.
Yeah. It was kind of like, so.
No, Nancy, not your teeth. Okay, anyway, so.
So yeah,
take them out. What were we talking about?
I don't know.
The show you were watching. We went all over the place. So yeah, we're making show recommendations.
If you love Yellowstone, you're gonna love 1923, and
you're gonna love Avatar.
And also, I'm still watching Tulsa King with
my parent.
Do you have to watch it with the subtitles on? Because I would
sometimes. But he walks like this. I gotta walk like this because I can't move because I'm
just imagining the subtitles being like, ew.
It's really gotten better the last, because my wife goes, is he overacting? I go, well, he's trying to act. Okay, I like Sly Stallone. I like.
That character is such a stretch for him. A mob guy. Yeah.
He did what to you? Oh.
So I've got a couple of show recommendations as well.
Okay.
They
better be good.
I think I talked about it briefly, but Peripheral on Prime Video.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
So I finished that first season. It was one of those moments where I finished and I was like, fuck, I have to wait. The show, they do a really nice job with this show. I don't want to give away like the plot because you don't find out what the plot kind of really is until like the second or third episode of.
Would you say the plot is in the periphery?
It is in the peripheral. Ayo. But they did a really nice job of kind of blending, science fiction and future post-apocalyptic type of shit together. Peripheral. It stars Chloe Grace Moretz, also known as Hit Girl.
The perforator.
Cleo Morton's Grace. Yeah. Or
I don't know.
Yeah.
Chloe Grace Moretz.
Is it Moretz? Oh, maybe I have it backwards. Okay.
Maybe I got it forwards.
Maybe it's in the peripheral. I don't know.
It might be in the peripheral.
Yeah. You know what's in the periphery of Nick's area is that you got dogs playing poker back there. I'm seeing in this room.
Yeah. Two. Yeah. Over here.
Is that in the kitchen?
No, this is it's downstairs my parents' house.
Is that your mom's thimble collection back there?
This used to be my little workstation when I was a kid that I used to make models and
Chris is like, damn it, god damn it! I was just talking about my shows.
Oh,
I didn't finish talking about the first of 2 shows I wanted to recommend.
Hey,
okay, go on. Okay,
hey, wait! Before I forget, there was a scene in 1923 that reminded me of Matt.
Oh, really?
Oh,
yes. They go down to this. They're in. Is it Bozeman?
Oh, I love Bozeman. Yeah,
Bozeman, Montana. And they go down to the big city. They go down to a speakeasy. I'm thinking.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, me too. I thought that.
He goes. What are those fancy people drinking? And he goes, well, the men are drinking some gin drink, and the women are drinking bee's knees. He goes, okay, we'll drink those, and the women can all have bee's knees. I said, Matt. All right, go ahead,
okay,
Chris.
men can drink the bee's knees as well.
Hey,
it's
I'm not being sexist.
It's also a ginger drink.
Yeah. I'm not being sexist here. I'm just saying when he said bee's knees,
it's a delicious fucking drink.
My mom even was like, "What's a bee's knees?" I was like, "I
know." Let me make you up some. You got some lemons and some honey.
Let's call Matt.
She kind of was like, "I could kind of do without the honey, but yeah, I'll drink the gin and the lemonade." I was like, "Well, then it's not a bee's knees."
No, the honey is you got to mix it though. You got to mix it really good. Yeah. You want that honey all mixed up. You don't want it.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead, Chris. I had it written down here, bee's knees, and I forgot to talk about it. So go ahead, Chris.
So Peripheral, watch it. It's good. I'm finishing the first season, and I'm a year late to this show. But now
what's it on again? Yeah. By the way.
Oh, Peripheral is on Amazon Prime Video.
Okay.
And the second show I'm referencing now is on HBO Max. Is White Lotus.
I've been really curious about this show.
Yeah, I gotta watch White Lotus.
It's on my list to start as well.
I'm on the season finale of the first season.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm digging the show. I think it was really well casted.
Is it a comedy or drama? Is it a dramedy?
Yes.
Is comedy, it a mystery?
Drama, mystery, suspense.
Okay.
So the show opens up with giving you the ending, essentially, which is
it a Nancy Reagan ending?
But you find out
almost happy ending.
you get the context clues of this dude who it looks like he had a bad honeymoon at a place in which somebody died.
Oh,
the week that he was there.
Oh, wait,
that's the opening. Like he's sitting.
John, the retired guy, says White Lotus is fantastic.
Yeah,
okay, I don't have to watch it now.
And then the entire season is kind of like going over this week of like vacation week of like 3 to 4 different groups of people, and all the while you're getting all these little hints of like, okay, so someone dies, but you don't find out who dies. Like you're trying to piece it together. Like you're seeing all these storylines happen.
I thought they gave you the ending.
Well, somebody dies is the beginning, like an opening line of the series.
It's like any Angel.
But they don't say who,
right?
And that this guy who's sitting in like standby at the airport was explaining how like he was on his honeymoon and he's not with his wife in the airport.
Oh, so then of course you think it's the wife.
So you think the first thing you think is it the wife that's dead? And there's all these other storylines that kind of happen simultaneously that you're like, oh, dude, I wonder if that person's gonna die.
It was
right. I wonder if
this
story is gonna be in this, right? But the acting is great. So we got some, you've got
Who you got? Tell us who you got, kid.
Who you got here?
Stifler's mom.
You got Stifler's mom is in it.
Oh yeah, I love Stifler's
Jennifer
mom.
Coolidge.
Who's
she's
also
she's awesome.
Who's also an episode of Seinfeld? What episode of Seinfeld was she in?
Don't know.
Soup Nazi.
Forced
Next.
massage. She was a masseuse.
You got
Jerry wanted massage.
Connie Britton.
Okay.
From Friday Night Lights
in Nashville.
Love me some Connie.
Steve Zahn.
Oh, Steve Zahn. I love Steve Zahn. That thing.
Brother of Timothy Zahn. Love the trilogy. Keep it going.
You have a few episodes of John Grease.
So happy.
Roger Workman / Uncle Rico.
I got what you said, Nick.
But yeah.
Okay.
You
Roger Workman's in it.
There we go.
Yeah. Roger Workman's in it.
He's also in an episode of Seinfeld. Plays a homeless guy.
Who else from like a
what's her name? Aubrey Plaza, is she in it?
Yeah, she is in it.
So I have not seen her yet. So I'm assuming she's probably in season 2.
Okay.
But what's her name? Molly, is it Molly Shannon? Yeah, Molly Shannon's in it.
Yeah, what's her nuts?
Who's married to
hey.
Who's married to Nick Offerman?
Oh, that
girl from the
Will and Grace.
Will and Grace, yes.
Yeah. No, not her. It's
I know who you're talking about now.
The
That's Molly Shannon. That's Molly Shannon. Yeah,
Molly Shannon. Molly Shannon's in it.
But Molly Shannon's not married to Nick Offerman.
No, I got those two confused for a hot second.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's okay.
And then the one of the female leads is you remember San Andreas, that terrible movie about earthquakes in the rock?
Oh yeah. It's like
his
the
daughter
to La Brea.
Whose fault was it?
His daughter
no
is
one's
in it
fault
too,
but her
and
own.
she's amazing in this
Who's
show.
that?
The daughter from San Andreas. She's also got her own show coming out about vampires and shit coming up.
We need another vampire.
And another earthquake show.
Diablo, whatever her name is.
I don't know.
Can we make one
tall,
with
skinny woman? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what her name is. She was in Baywatch and
Pan Am. I mean, another airplane show,
she was
earthquake show, and a vampire show. If we could match those up, I think we'd have.
Where's
some
Matt
synergy.
Treese today? God damn.
Alexandria Daddario.
That's her.
Daddario. I never considered his name.
Daddario.
It's better if we don't know, because that way the listeners
Bless me.
can send us.
Bless me.
I'm not going to do it, man.
Let's fuck off.
No, I'm not going.
Hey, you know what I found out today?
What?
You know what I found out today? I was listening to the sports show on Mad Dog Radio. They have a Catholic radio station.
Huh?
They have a Catholic radio station. I'm like,
why is that funny?
I just was.
You have something against Catholics? There's a couple of Catholics on this show.
Yeah, not anymore.
I'm sorry. I was just thinking, okay, little boys can't listen to this.
I was Catholic until I reached the age of reason.
I go, really? There's a Catholic radio station?
That was a real weird left turn there that we took there with that conversation.
Well, I forget what we were talking about, but
I don't know what we were talking about.
Not a recommendation, but a heads up that I know Nick will be excited about. Season 3 is currently in production and will be the final season of Ragnarok.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I was going to say
getting antsy. I looked that up the other day. A month ago or so, but yeah.
So yeah, it's happening. So it's going to be surrounded Thor, Laurtis, Fjord, Saxa or Sasha, whatever her name is. Gree, Turid, and Vidar are coming.
I got a hammer.
Yeah, I'm excited about Ragnarok.
It's a good. I mean,
it was
great show.
It reminds me of Sesame. Was it Sesame Street that had the?
Yeah, it totally reminded me of that. With the music,
they had some character like that name.
Are you thinking of Fraggle
Oscar the Grouch?
Fraggle Rock. That's what
you're thinking of Fraggle Rock.
That's what it is. I don't know.
Fuck.
I'm old.
Going back
I'm
to
old.
Yeah,
I've had too many bees knees tonight.
I know. I'm wondering how many edibles you've had tonight.
I kind of. My sister made me watch Glass Onion while I was at her place. Did any of you guys watch that yet?
I have not watched Knives Out yet.
Yeah, I wanted to see Knives Out before I saw Glass Onion, but I've also heard that maybe you can watch Glass Onion without
Knives Out.
Out.
I wasn't.
Yeah, it's not a direct sequel.
Okay, so you could just jump right in.
The problem with Knives Out,
yeah,
you think it's a whodunit,
okay,
and it's not.
Oh, it's a it.
Yeah.
It. And that pissed me off because I'm trying to guess the whole time. I go, oh, now you're gonna fucking tell me?
Oh yeah, it's like it's what Glass Onion is too. Like,
so you know it the whole time.
It's Ryan Johnson.
It's Ryan Johnson.
It's your
So
boy.
he doesn't.
Motherfuckers.
Like, so.
God damn it.
I'm not gonna get spoilery.
Does Steve Martin show up too?
It pissed me off. I was like, fuck this.
So yeah, like I knew who the killer was in Glass Onion within the first 20 minutes.
Because you peeled it back, right?
Well, it's obvious. It's obvious.
The walrus was Paul.
Yeah, the walrus was Paul. Yeah. I mean, there's some
clever.
There's some clever things in it, and there's some really dumb things in it. But anyway,
is it better than the first one? Because it cost a hell of a lot of money, didn't it?
It's okay.
But yeah, I said no. You lost me in the first. When I'm thinking it's a whodunit, I want to be able to solve the whodunit.
Right? Yeah.
Don't fucking make it so obvious that anyone like Matt could figure it out.
No, don't make it like that.
No.
Okay, speaking of whodunits, Quantum Leap is a show that I've been watching. It's the only new current show that I actually.
I'm stuck on. I haven't completed.
So they're back from their mid break. It wasn't really a big. I mean, there's a big kind of like what in the but then they of course don't come back to that. It's on.
Are you past the bad acting?
No, I'm in it to win it. Okay, I'm just hook, line, and sinker with Quantum Leap. You're giving me more Quantum Leap, and I'm hoping and praying that one day, Dr. Sam Beckett is going to step out of that Quantum Leap accelerator and say, "I'm home, guys."
He never returned home. We know that.
No. I want redemption for this. I want it to happen. Okay, just let me have this. He's got to come home and just like say, you know what, guys, I'm tired. Okay. That being said, I just happened to watch this episode that was just the first one back with my son. And it was funny because I think he likes the mystery. Like he likes the mystery kind of aspect of it. So, we watched like maybe like the first third of the episode, and he was like, no, I need to find out like who killed her and like who, like he was really in on the mystery. No, there's no, I mean, it's just every episode of Quantum Leap is kind of like a mystery. Like, how did this person die, or what does he need to do to fix whatever is wrong?
And he doesn't know how to be who he is.
Okay,
he's a doctor, he's this, he's that.
Well, okay, one thing about this though is that Dr. Sam Beckett, when he was a doctor, and so he always had that kind of in his bag of tricks. With this new Quantum Leap, Ben, he is not, and so sometimes when I'm like,
Ben's just a loser.
When Ben steps into certain situations, I'm like, oh, dude, fuck, that's right. You're not a doctor. Okay. Not that I think less of him. I just think,
I think less of him. I watched the first episodes. I liked it, but then when you mentioned the acting, I was like,
the acting's like,
I go, what is bothering me with this show? And I said, when you said acting, I go,
yeah,
that's what
that's the spice that's missing.
It should be on. It should be on like a Netflix or a Hulu.
And it doesn't. The cast doesn't gel to me. No, I think maybe because they're so disparate. There's not a cohesive like gel to that team, and that's what you want from any show. It's what you want from your football teams. It's what you want from your.
You want the Colts to complete the game against Minnesota. You want to say, hey, we're up by 33 points. We should win.
I don't want to talk about that game. I didn't watch that game. I think there's a more important game that everybody's talking about, and it's that Monday night game. Of all the things that to happen on a Monday night, if this happened on a Sunday, on a 1:00 game, it'd be a totally different story. But because this happened on a Monday,
you have all week.
You have all week to talk about this incident.
The situation was he was basically dead on the field, had to be revived. For people to sit there and say, "Oh, they got to continue the game," I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I go, look at the play, because that's how you knew it was serious.
Mm-hmm.
Because the players, I mean, it wasn't like we've seen people where their legs are bent back and it's bad.
Well, this season's not been great for the NFL. I mean, everything from the second concussive hit from that Miami Dolphins quarterback. Yeah.
And then they had another concussion, and they're supposed to have spotters.
Yeah.
And they didn't see it because all of a sudden it was against Green Bay. I'm like going, the hell is his problem? He's messing receivers that are wide open, and he threw like 3 bad, and then find out, he's got a concussion. All right, here's the guy who's had 2 concussions.
Yeah.
You have a team of doctors watching every play, and you didn't. And then I finally saw the play where he probably did it. He got tackled. He threw the ball and he hit the back of his head. Well, I go, they didn't see that.
I'm here to tell you, like, I had a student. This is it's been several years since this happened. He was on one of those like electric scooters that you see in cities nowadays. You know, you see them all over the place. These electric scooters. He hit the curb or something, right? He went flying on one of these things. Like, just that thing hit a curb. Boom. He's airborne, and he had a huge gash down his forehead. Horrible injury. I have never told a student to go home. He came to school. I mean, what a trooper. He came to school like maybe just a day after this happened or 2 days after this happened. What's that?
You give him extra credit for showing up?
Well, no, I told him to go home because of
he should get for showing up, he should get extra credit.
Well, yeah. Okay. Let's just say that he finished the class and he passed the class in decent.
Well, did he get an A?
I don't remember that, Jack. It's been since COVID. Okay, it's been since COVID. The point of the story that you're missing here is that he had this horrible concussion and he had this horrible accident, right? And I remember him coming to class and drawing and looking at the way this student was drawing after he had a concussive hit like just a couple days before, and to know that there are football players that go back into a game and seeing the results, like the visual results, like understanding, like it ain't right. It was like the value was just all off and distorted. Like it just, so I don't know what's
fucking
being
Nick.
said in the.
Well, Nick said it was a fucking masterpiece, wasn't it? Kid's fucking brains scrambled eggs. So he's making fucking.
To be fair, it's art. It could be a masterpiece.
No, it was not. But the point is,
it was different from what he's normally drawing.
I saw the actual visual results of someone who had a concussion. And to know that there are football players out there that get rocked like that, right? And they got to get back out on the field and throw a ball and try to like hit that target.
Well, the problem is
fucking forget about it.
Nowadays rules are not supposed to be doing that.
They're not supposed to be doing that.
Especially
but
Tua,
we know that
he should have probably taken the rest of the season off because he's so susceptible to more concussions because he had 2. I mean, he had that one bad one where he's having convulsions on the field.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
And it was bad enough that apparently you canceled your Monday night recap.
Well, it was like 5 minutes before it was supposed to go on. I sent a message to Mike. I said, "Look, we can't do this. I mean, there's no way. I mean, it's just in bad."
I mean, speaking of, I don't know if you guys saw the news. They actually did cancel the game. It's not going to be resumed.
Yeah, it's canceled. But
who's the winner? Is it a tie?
Yeah, it's a no contest. So there's no. So they're open. I guess they're going to have the home. No one's going to have home field advantage, and that game can be played at a neutral site.
I'll fucking tell you who's concussed
not that
now.
John,
the retired guy. You come over here. I'll tell you who's.
Well, they're talking about. Actually, I read today they're talking about putting an 8th team in the AFC.
What?
And having the top 2 teams having a bye, which is ridiculous.
Wow.
But it's just going back and forth. I said my first. I said okay.
But you said the top 2 teams are at a bye.
Yeah, but now you have 7 teams in the playoffs.
Right. I mean, it's been.
Both coaches agreed they weren't going to complete because McDermott. He said, "Look, I can't." He goes, when the other coach came out from Cincinnati, he said, "I can't coach this game. I got to go to the hospital with my guy."
Well, dude, you got players right now that are questioning whether or not they can play this Sunday.
I know.
I think they've made the seasons too long, for one. And I saw this happen.
I can't believe the Players Association agreed to 17 games.
Yeah.
Well, those players signed off on it knowing that they wouldn't be around to have to deal with it. But the problem is that the longer they keep making these seasons with 17 games and now like making the playoffs longer, it's the NFL just wanting to capitalize on all of that marketing. Yeah. I mean, like let's just be real on it. But the problem is that there's not enough players to keep the game going, long enough to actually have a decent team. Like, you gotta plan for 2 quarterbacks, one that you start with and one that you finish with.
It's crazy. Well, because Damar Hamlin, he's a 6th-round draft choice. He probably will never play again.
No,
he's only guaranteed $49,000 for the next 2 years. His contract his only thing that's guaranteed is his bonus, which was $49,000 for 4 years. His contract is not guaranteed. So the $1.6 million or whatever, it's like, okay, he's not guaranteed that contract. Plus, he gets no insurance because he didn't play long enough. The NFL could really just say, screw you, you're on your own.
They're not going to. They can't.
There's no way they can. But They will do that, but what I'm saying is
he's not going to pay a dime for his health insurance. He's going to be taken care of. I mean,
but still his contract is the 1.8 whatever it is. Now it would go against the Bills cap, but they don't have to pay him. Is what I'm saying.
They will. I guarantee you that they'll sign him to a guaranteed contract for 20 years, and they'll just keep him on the payroll.
I don't think that
they should. I mean, if they don't take care of him, that's a fucking dick move.
NFL owners don't do that. That's the problem.
Give him at least a league minimum for 10, 15, 20 years. I don't know. Like this has never happened before, right? So like
you had a player die before on the field.
Who?
1971 Detroit Lion wide receiver died on the field.
1971.
I don't think I knew that.
Now it was like a minute and a half left in the game. He had a heart valve that I guess it was like 75% blocked.
Oh,
and so it wasn't anything that happened on the field, but he did die on the field.
Too much beers and fries. Am I right?
But here's the other thing too. Like, I mean, cardiac arrhythmia, which I believe was what he had, or a cardiac arrest from a cardiac arrhythmia potentially. Mm-hmm. Like that doesn't necessarily mean it happened from football,
right?
No, they don't know.
So like that's there's a lot of people a lot of talking heads out there saying, oh, they could have prevented it. Like, I don't know. Like my
no way
good friends. No, it was one of my good friends, Chris. He passed away when we were I was 17, he was 18. He passed away on Valentine's Day, and it was a fucking soul crushing thing for my friends and I in our community in our town. But he had an undiagnosed cardiac issue with his, where he had like an arrhythmia due to like a deformation that no one knew about that he had, or deformity, not deformation, deformity that no one knew he had, and he died in his sleep, right? And it wasn't from granted, it wasn't from a hit or whatever, but was it caused by the hit? I have no idea, but I don't think we're going to know that for a long time.
Well, but I guess go ahead.
But the good side of this, I don't know if you've heard any of the good news, is that today he was conscious, hanging out with his family, wrote down, communicated to win, which was just kind of cool. But the really good news that kind of came out of this is that he actually had like a toy drive for kids on GoFundMe that he had set up, and on Monday morning, the GoFundMe goal was $2,500, and he had $2,900 were donated to his toy drive. And I checked right before I got on the show tonight, and it's already at almost $7.6 million.
Wow.
Donated to the
That's
GoFundMe.
Incredible.
He's
football players, baseball
really...
players, like celebrities are all donating money. Like it's pretty incredible.
What's the Colts owner?
Jim Irsay.
Irsay, he's donated the most.
Yeah, Bob Kraft donated a bunch too, which my wife actually really enjoyed, because I think he donated like
$18,003.
$18,000, yeah, because his
number is 3.
His number is 3, and in the Jewish heritage, like all the gifts end in like 18. It has to do with some numerical thing about life and health. So he did that very intentionally.
So Peyton Manning's a Jew.
No, Bob Kraft. Not Peyton Manning.
I'm sorry. I'm just.
Isn't that from the Adam Sandler song?
Oh yeah,
No?
that's right.
No, but
7.5 million now says Miami Mike.
So I mean, I don't know his long term. What he's probably going to have some effects, but he is doing better.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, he died on the field. I mean, he had
twice.
He had once in the field and once in the ambulance.
I wonder if he had any like afterlife like effects.
Well, he didn't know if his team won or not.
It's true.
Well, that's true. Sometimes, but sometimes, like people when they leave their bodies and they die, like they see their body, you know, from the outside.
I don't want to see my body. It's like
you have to live in it for so long.
What happened to me? You're like, oh man, that's just. Can I go back in time and do a different body?
Oh, and people have been begging Patrick Swayze to do Ghost 2 forever, and he still won't show up.
Well, he had the time of his life.
Too soon?
That's the funniest shit I've heard today. That's awesome.
That was Nick, by the way. If you're offended by that joke,
awesome.
it was Nick.
Yes, I know I'm going to hell.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's so confusing on what they're going to do, but
yeah,
like I said, I think since both coaches agreed they weren't going to continue, because there was reports coming out that the NFL said, "Okay, get these."
I
guys
like the
moved up.
idea of both coaches arm wrestling. Like they just come out on the middle of the field, they arm wrestle. Whoever gets it,
that's
it's
a
like
great
okay,
idea.
that's it.
That's a fantastic idea. But
Thank
anyway,
you so much.
I will say, like, in not taking away from like the real importance
I am not
of the whole
either.
situation is of Damar Hamlin, almost dying. But the
Yeah, go ahead.
Jack,
Sorry.
shut up, Jack.
Jack.
Yeah, exactly. You're being Jack.
Yeah.
He's being Jack.
He ain't lying.
But the importance obviously is that Damar Hamlin's okay, but like the impacts that it's had not just on the game, but like in the betting world is huge.
Oh,
right?
right.
In fantasy football, as an example,
betting.
This has no importance over Damar Hamlin's life whatsoever.
Yeah.
But my championship of my fantasy football team was waiting in the wings based upon what was going to happen to the outcome of that game. I won. Champion of the year. Thank you very much.
Because of the accident?
No, not because. So going into that game, he had my opponent had a receiver who was on Cincinnati, and he would have to have scored like 48 points to beat me at that point. But we didn't call it until after we started recording, and while we're recording, I got a Venmo message that I got money because I won my league.
Nice.
Yes. But it's had crazy impacts everywhere.
To donate to Hamlin's toy drive.
I could do that.
I think
I'm not guilting you.
that.
I'm not guilting you, but I'm just saying.
I could do that.
Yeah, you can help me. You can give it to me. I need to replace my floors.
I mean, I got electrical issues I got to take care of too.
Mike's saying none of the sites know what to do with the fantasy championships. They're just like figure it out yourselves. So.
Well, they couldn't really do anything about it, really. I
mean,
you had to look at the outcomes, and
I mean, like this, it's like such a crazy thing to think about all the money and betting, and I mean championships and.
But it didn't matter because his life. It's only
that
was the only thing that mattered at that point.
And I haven't even brought it up until I realized that he's going to be okay.
Yeah. I mean, it was a scary situation, like I said. But I'm trying to say, but Matt keeps interrupting me, keeps being Jack.
It's commercial break time. Thank you so much.
That both coaches agreed they weren't going to continue the game. Now, rumor is the NFL has said, "Hey, you got to warm up in 5 minutes." They're denying that.
Right.
But if both coaches agreed we're not going to continue the game, it should end in a tie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go. I mean, I think that's
and then you pick whoever has the best winning percentage at the end of the season after this week gets first round number 1 seed, number 2, 3, 4, and all the way down the line. I think adding another playoff team is ridiculous. Some of these, I mean, Do the Patriots deserve to be in the playoffs? No. Do the Dolphins deserve to be in playoffs? No. I mean, the AFC is, you got like 5 teams that are really good. You know, the Chargers, 6 teams. But, you know, people keep saying the Chargers. Okay. I added up the teams they've beaten. Their overall record is 53-106. Just saying. So hopefully the Chargers don't win the Super Bowl. Because
Jack did the math, so you didn't have to. You didn't know that this was a math podcast, but he did the math for you.
I did the math, and if
Chargers have a 5-1 chance of making anything happen.
Well, now, anything. They have Justin Herbert. Anything can happen. But
Nick left, so we can see what's else is on the table. There's like a light bulb box, and there's a little bird on the shelf back there.
Those lamps are from the 50s.
I think there's a display case back there with wood and glass, and like
what's that right there? It's like,
why are the lampshades like
Lysol?
like popcorn boxes?
Coca-Cola clock.
Oh, right? The Coca-Cola clock, and there's a refrigerator.
And there's
totally in like a hangout room. He is totally in a hangout room.
I didn't see that. Nice.
I think Nick is annoyed that we're. There's an ammo box. That is definitely a gun safe.
That's a gun rack.
You know you are in the South. Boom!
Wow.
It's called Fort fucking Knox.
At least they're locked up, so Nick can't get a hold of them.
There's definitely some grenades in there too.
Oh, I know the combo.
His family probably locked him up when Nick showed up.
Let's make it the highest number because it'll be the hardest one for him to guess. 9999.
No.
You sound German. 9999.
If you need to leave, you know, we'll just talk about the things while you're away.
Oh, we're good. I thought I saw a mouse, so
shit just got real.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like mice in my house.
Nobody likes mice in their house.
Nobody.
Probably just my eyes playing tricks on me.
Maybe it's one of those ghost mice, like from Patrick Swayze.
Yeah,
they're over there playing with the Play-Doh. It's so sexy.
By the way, I just want to clarify: never have I ever found art making to be like a sexy experience that I need to share with someone. Like there's other movies that'll depict like painting like in the nude and other things like that. It's like, no.
You know why? Because you're doing it wrong.
No. There's no fun. Like, just that's the problem. Sex.
That's the problem with art. You could get more people doing art if it was sexier.
No. You don't need to bring paint in with your naked bodies, okay? Just leave the paint on it. There's probably cadmium lead paint in there or something. You're just messing with your
You wouldn't want to do a clay project with Demi Moore.
You know, you like to do sculpting.
No, she's never been my type. So
no. Wow.
You like to make a mold, you know, of certain pieces.
I've never found Demi Moore to be attractive. I'm sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
No.
Oh man,
wow.
She was.
You didn't like her G.I. Jane?
I think she's incredible.
Maybe the attractive. Seventh Seal, but that's it.
I'm gonna say it. She was a smoke show.
Like,
I'm gonna be sexist.
Indecent Proposal and
yeah.
I just don't see it.
That whole early 90s period,
Robert Redford shouldn't have to pay for sex.
That whole early 90s period, she's a smoke show. Like, just
she still is, dude.
I don't.
No, have you seen a recent picture of her? It's like plastic surgery gone wrong, dude.
Oh, really?
It's bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She looks
well,
like
before that, she.
I don't. What'd you say?
Oh,
what'd you say?
Check the tape.
Check the tape.
Check the tape.
Wow, she does have some work done, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
I think that's why Ashton Kutcher was
Wait,
like,
is that real?
I gotta get out of here.
That's real. That is real, my friend.
Oh no.
Watch. I recommended it.
Let the court reporter show that Chris's face was shocked and amazed as though he opened the box.
Yeah.
Well, dude,
it's almost like he pooped his pants.
She has a cameo in that massive weight of, the weight of massive talent. You know, the Nick Cage movie I recommended to you guys.
I thought she was going to be in G.I. Jane 2
with Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah.
She has a cameo.
I heard a lot about it.
See. And when she looks like that in that movie,
to be fair, it's probably she probably had a lot of Botox.
Why does her collarbone look like she has like too many?
And she's had her cheeks done, right?
Well, yeah.
It looks like an alien.
Yeah. She
it's like a weird Michael Jackson kind of thing going on there. So
yeah, she should have stopped.
Yeah. Well,
maybe I'll get her on the show with Jane
anyway.
Seymour.
Anyway, in that movie, she has
Nope,
a cameo.
didn't like her in
It took
Striptease.
me
Never really been a Demi Moore fan. Sorry, I'm just not.
Yeah, it took me
You
longer.
didn't like her in St. Elmo's Fire?
I've never seen that because they always got bad. People have seen it.
You didn't like Sam? You never saw it?
Never saw it. It's one of the few '80s movies I have not seen because like everyone I know who's seen it was like, yeah, it's just okay. So I was like, okay.
I remember watching it back in the day,
but you have to watch it. It's got Rob Lowe in it.
Jane Seymour is only 11 years older than Demi Moore.
Jane Seymour is how old is Jane Seymour?
71.
71. Okay.
So she's 11 years older than me.
Helen Mirren rocking in at 78.
Yeah.
So and Meryl Streep, I think she was like 74, maybe.
She's Wayne Gretzky in drag.
So what? She's Wayne Gretzky in what?
Wayne Gretzky in drag. That was a Mary Gross from Saturday Night Live said.
I don't see that.
She said that.
Well, I
Jane
can totally see it. I can totally see it.
If you look at Wayne Gretzky at that point back in the 80s and Meryl Streep, yeah, that it's like she's
okay. Back to Demi Moore. Don't find her attractive, but Courtney Cox, I do find attractive. So
well, she's had bad plastic surgery too.
Right. Well, I'm just talking about Friends era because that's all I'm subjected to.
Early Friends era, later Friends era, no.
No, she got two like
last couple of seasons. No, I thought
I think she was on like the same drugs that Chandler was on.
Yeah, probably. Actually, I think it's because she was trying to conceive, but she had like hormonal problems, so she was taking a lot of hormones. That's why she looks so much different the last couple of seasons.
Okay, that makes sense.
And she named her kid Coco.
But it's just like when you guys see, if you guys watch the Kaminsky Method, Kathleen Turner is in a few episodes, and it's like it's one of those things that you kind of feel sorry for her because she has to take, and it's just like wow, because you look at her like Romancing the Stone,
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Romancing, she was the real deal.
Yeah,
she was a smoke show,
or like Kirstie Alley. You look back
Kirstie
to
Alley.
Kirstie Alley.
Thank you, Kirstie. You look back at like her in like Star Trek 2. Like what the hell, man? Woo.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. Yeah, for sure.
And now she passed away.
Look who's talking.
Oh, dude, yeah, great movie.
She's not talking now.
She passed away.
Thanks for making that up.
Man, she didn't. I don't think she got the.
I mean.
She get the fanfare.
I let that joke play. I think that's appropriate. Actually, I think that was well executed, and I think we should let that one roll.
Hey, I didn't punish him. I don't think she got the. There wasn't enough fuss made. I thought she was very talented. You could disagree with her politics, obviously, but I thought she was very talented, very funny. She was extremely funny on Cheers, and she was. Yeah. I just thought she didn't get the.
But it's not like she was like. I mean, okay, there's like a handful of things that she's involved with. It's not like when Barbara Walters died.
She was in North and South. She was in North and South.
Okay.
With Patrick Swayze
and LeVar Burton.
LeVar Burton was LeVar Burton in that?
Yeah,
he was not.
He was.
North and
South.
Oh
no, I'm thinking Roots.
You're thinking Roots.
Thinking Roots. Sorry, thinking of Roots. They were both about the South.
There was a guy. What's the guy that played first?
No, North and South is literally about the North.
The 80s was obsessed with Civil War. You see, there's two things that happened in the 80s. They were obsessed with the 50s and the 1860s. It was kind of like a flip back into the time thing. A lot
North and South is the fucking episode title, by the way. North and South smoke shows. That's what it's gonna be about.
Well, there you go,
dude. One of them's really about the North and the South.
Release the Kraken.
And you can't.
Quiet zingers.
You can't just find that anywhere. You have to pay to watch it. Did you know that?
I don't know.
Because I've tried to watch it a few times.
I've tried to.
I bet you could find it on DVD pretty cheap.
Oh, we're talking about North and South? I thought we were talking about the show. I thought you were saying like, it's something you got to watch live. And I'm like,
Nick wrote it and he changed the ending to North and South.
My ending's way better.
We're two countries now. Bastards.
Yeah.
Keeping it true to the title.
Well,
that could be like what's
who'd
that
pay
show
for your water
we
bill?
all watch it that Nick did that Matt didn't.
What?
What was that show on Amazon Prime? That the Japanese and Germans won the war.
Oh,
okay,
Man in the High Castle.
Just because I didn't watch the 4th fucking season because it was
which was the best.
No, the 4th season was good.
First and
4th seasons are good. Second and third, yeah, they kind of
stepped up.
I spit on the screen. Sorry.
Well, we didn't see it.
Yeah.
But
Well,
Sherry
it was all over Nick.
Cap, the splatter as it happens. Back into
So
no, but
jokes that I'm not gonna say them.
No.
Anyway.
No, dude, it's literally about the North and the South.
I don't know. It seems like it was pretty heavy on the Civil War.
A lot of people died.
There's been never mind. I don't want to bore you. We're almost at the time for another.
Have you seen those shirts about Lincoln's review of the?
Oh yeah,
theater?
1 star. Yeah.
I have not seen that.
I'm sorry, it just cracks me up. I'm sorry, Abe. I'm sorry. You just needed better security. I mean, I know Nick was happy. Right, Nick?
Yeah. Well, he should have had more than 1 guard. Yeah. Anyhow.
John the Driver. Hey, did any of you guys try to listen to Y&T yet?
No.
Oh, I forgot.
Wait,
all
what
about
was
that.
Y&T again? Young and
What
thick.
is Y&T? Young and thick.
No, it was listen to. I thought it was a show. Oh no, it was a group. It was the band that he recommended to us in December.
That's
Oh,
right. I got confused, and I actually checked out. After we hung up, I was like, "Oh, I'm never going to talk to these people again." Young and thick, is that the name of it? No, that's not the name of it. Y&T.
He was never going to talk to us again.
I was hoping.
You just slipped that one in there, like we weren't going to hear it.
I think he meant it.
I'm just trying to search my library here.
When he's drunk and high, he's serious.
Yeah.
You don't know
when you're drunk
me.
and high, you're nice.
I don't know you. I've known you for like 15 fucking years.
You don't fucking know me. You don't.
I know you.
Okay.
I know you.
All right, you don't know me.
How do you say I don't know you? It's at least 15 years.
Y&T, man. So yeah, this has been it was hey, did you guys have a good New Year's and everything? Christmas?
Oh, yesterday and today. Thanks, Kim.
Yesterday and today. I thought it was a Beatles song.
I was gonna go sleep early.
Album.
Mm-hmm. I was really tired.
Actually,
and then the Georgia Ohio State game.
Yep.
I watched it to the end, and it ended right at midnight.
Yep. They kicked it 1 second before midnight, and then
he butchered it. Maybe it was bad, but
both of those games are great though. The TCU in Michigan and Georgia and those
I still think it was a touchdown by Michigan, but that's okay.
I do too. Yeah, I agree.
I don't think he had. I don't think he had control until he went into the end zone.
The end zone. Yeah, everybody saw that.
But obviously not the people watching the game. That's what kills me. You watch the replay and you go, okay, what am I watching here?
There was a couple of some bad calls that whole day, really. But that's just part of it.
I'm excited. I'm actually going to see the Boston College versus Boston University hockey game at Fenway Park on Saturday.
Oh, Fenway Park.
Nice.
Yeah. Summertime.
It's gonna be like 42 degrees out, so it's gonna be weird.
Yeah. Our weather, we were in the 70s the last 2 days.
Dude, it's fucked. The weather patterns are absolutely fucked this year.
And we had thunderstorms 2 days. It was so bad. I'm picking up Ava at school, and I'm trying to wait. I'm like, okay, let's get her out. Let's get her out. And all of a sudden, it just opens up. It just it's like a fire hose, and my umbrella's blowing all over the place. I'm trying to cover her up. I get her in the car. I go to the front seat, and the rain's going sideways. Got sideways rain. And literally, I open the door. The umbrella is blocking my way because it's opening up. I can't get the damn umbrella shut because the wind's blowing so hard. I'm just dripping in sweat.
Oh.
Throw the umbrella in, get in there, get home. I dry off the car best I can. I get into it, I go, that smells like mildew. I think as it got on it's it stinks because of the goddamn rain. And there's nothing I can do. I tried. I did my best.
You're never gonna get that smell out.
Are you sure you just weren't going to the bathroom?
Could have been.
Yeah.
Could have been the
Going
bathroom.
sideways.
Hey,
yeah.
question: do we have any emails? I'm just throwing that out there.
I don't know. I
before.
haven't checked it for a while.
Okay.
Oh, I think Maggie Magnificent. Thanks you for the Christmas card.
1 second. We
didn't hear
did
yours.
get some back a while, and we never read them.
All right, let's read them.
Do it.
But this time we're going to take a commercial break.
Wait, we are?
Do we have
Is this
to?
for? Are you for real?
Well, it's been an hour since the last one.
It's true.
You're
All
on
right,
mute,
so-
Chris. Chris, you're on mute.
I don't think we read this one.
What it said was, I don't think I've ever seen Matt so eager to end a show before in my life.
He doesn't want to talk to us ever again.
Ever.
Ever. He just says he's probably sent hitmen out to our house, and we walk outside. We're going to be taken out by a sniper because he
Don't open any Christmas cards from me. By the way, I
Full of
didn't send
news.
it.
Hey, you know what?
Sorry, guys.
We still have our Christmas.
Chris,
bag.
we got yours. That was very beautiful. Thank you. I loved your Christmas. card.
I don't fucking know, dude. My wife handles it. I can't. I fucking hate Christmas cards with a
We haven't
goddamn
sent out-
burning passion.
This year we got like 6 Christmas cards because we haven't sent them out in like 2 years.
Oh, okay.
My wife goes, "Oh, they take you off the." I go, "That's fine."
Oh, that's the
They
trick.
take-
Yeah,
you just-
don't
you
send
don't
them.
send
And
them
then if they don't get one from you, then they don't
So
send one
if
to you.
it that's the problem. If it were up to me, we wouldn't.
Even
but
for my mom,
wife
she
does.
said, "Fuck you."
You
I
want me to read
can't
the
stand
emails
it.
or
Like
not?
it's. Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna be all.
Did we
mean
take a
and
Go ahead,
we
do
need
it.
to take
Do
a
it.
commercial
Christmas
break?
cards.
Oh, we already did.
Already did.
We took it.
We
Okay,
did.
all right.
We
Fuck
took
off.
5.
Okay, so this one was dated December 6th.
December
Um,
6th.
Oh,
Yeah.
A date
okay.
that'll live
It
in
is-
infamy.
Is a joke from Randy.
Ooh,
What do you
from last year.
Yeah, what do you call James Bond taking a bath?
Huh.
James Bond, shaken, not stirred.
Bond, Bath Bond. No. Bath Bond? Bath. James Bath.
Join me, James Seymour.
There you go, Bubble 07.
Ah, that's pretty bad.
Who's the most daddest of them all?
Hi-yo.
Okay, let's
Wow.
see here.
How'd you get that one?
Yeah, I think
Dad
the
logic.
shittiest ending to that joke, and that was it.
This one
Is
is
Randy
from,
still with
Well, I
us?
took out all reason and logic, and
This one is from Randy as well. When we
Oh.
were talking about how none of us knew the password to RC80.
he
Oh,
got
okay.
the password.
All right.
didn't he?
So for everyone who's been locked out of the RC80 email for the past couple of weeks, let me help you out. The new password is Gretchen Lube 69.
How did he know?
If it doesn't work, don't forget to include the trailing bang symbol at the end.
Oh my God, Randy.
Not even close, Randy.
Is it? I can't remember. Luckily, I have it on save because I don't know what it is.
All right, we have one more from Maggie. This one also came in December 15th.
Oh,
It's called Yankee Trader Gift.
Mm.
Hey, Jack, Nick, Chris, and Matt. My work had our holiday party today. We did a Yankee Trader game where everyone brings a gift, and then you pick a gift, or you could still. So it was a white elephant gift. I guess.
Okay. Yankee
Um,
Trader White Elephant.
Yeah.
Mhm. Same.
Long story short, too late. I came home with a lazy Susan.
Oh, damn.
Ooh.
Huh.
I've been laughing about it all evening, thinking of you gentlemen, and I thought you'd appreciate that. Happy
I
holidays,
do appreciate
Maggie.
that. That's
That-
awesome.
that is
Happy
awesome.
holidays.
Thank you.
It's fucking
Maggie.
awesome.
I told my wife about that because I said we need to clean out this lazy Susan. She goes, I go, you know who came up with that? She says Thomas Jefferson. And I'm not gonna finish the joke because I don't want to get canceled. But I'll tell you guys after the show.
Oh,
Okay, but Nick would
Well.
appreciate the joke.
Because he's from the South.
No more emails.
That was it.
We've been gone a month, and that's it.
Yeah, no one
Well,
fucking cares. There's the same three people, and they really do care about us, which I appreciate.
Well, they'll care when I get Jane Seymour on the show.
I think they heard the last episode with you and me, Jack, and they were like, "Fuck this nonsense."
Well, the worst part was,
we
knew Nick wasn't going to be on the show, right?
Yeah,
but Chris was supposed to be on the show.
Right.
I could only do a half hour because I had to do the.
You only could do a half hour. And somehow
show.
We couldn't even have Miami Mike. So Miami Mike, I wanted you to know that I voted hard and often.
At least once.
He was pushing hard to get you on the show, Miami Mike.
I wanted you to replace me. So that's the only way that I can leave the show is to find a replacement. I've watched.
Well, John the retired guy said
this is how it goes.
Sound like I said I wanted to be somewhere else. I go, what? Which was true.
Oh, speaking of Star Trek, I happened to run into Dan. He was passing through.
Yeah, I saw that. And he had a body bag with him.
There's no such thing as passing through.
No, he was passing through.
He was met stalking you.
Everyone, I'm passing through to Franklin. Yeah, everyone passes through to Franklin.
Well, he had his family with him, so I assume.
Well, he's teaching them the trade of the family trade.
The Manson family.
Sure. Okay. Well, that's all I wanted to mention.
No, go ahead. We're just kidding.
I have nothing else to mention.
Wrap
the show up.
What did Dan have to say?
Did he cook for you? Was it people?
No, we went out to dinner or lunch or for food. You know?
That's what I'm saying. Like, so.
What was it? What was it? Lunch or dinner?
Yeah.
It was not a.
It was
like a 2:00 lunch.
Where'd you guys go? He likes pizza, so where'd you
back
guys
of his van?
No, we went to a place called Upland Brewery. It's in Columbus, Indiana.
Oh, Columbus, Indiana.
Just a little south of us. So.
Does Indiana steal all the city names?
It's a north and south thing, apparently.
Yeah. What?
Because you have Columbus, Ohio. Which came first, Columbus, Indiana?
Columbus, Ohio definitely came before Columbus, Indiana.
Okay. Yeah. And it's
Columbus,
is
Indiana.
It named after Christopher?
There's a pill for that.
It is what I would say is the architecture capital of Indiana. Like it's kind of like it's known for its architecture.
I believe you.
So it is the birthplace of the modern church. So
thanks.
When you think of like modern churches, they're not like an old chapel where it's like just like a steeple, and
architecture of the new church.
The architecture of style of Christian churches.
It's like a modern church.
Well, it changed. It changed the way that the churches,
they have stained glass windows.
You mean like a brick building with 4 pillars in the front, or what?
No, I mean it's just like the way the architecture of the church is. It's off center. It's not symmetrical. It's asymmetrical. The way that it's set up. It's just it's a new way of doing things. And then some of the parish broke off from that church, and they were like, "Screw you guys! We're gonna hire our own architect, and we're gonna build our own chapel." And then they built one, and it's kind of shaped like a UFO.
You Hoosiers are weird.
Shaped like a UFO.
Yeah, it's by Eros, I believe. Or maybe I'm mispronouncing his name. I can't think straight. But yeah, it's kind of like a UFO. It's good. It's a cool
like a 50s UFO. Like a little saucer?
No, not like a 50s UFO. It's done tastefully. So the church no longer meets there, sadly. I just found this out just the other.
So what's with the building? Is it still there?
The building's still there, and the town will probably not. They won't let anything happen to it because the same architect that designed that church did the St. Louis Arch, and I'm sorry that I'm not remembering the name. So.
Damn, John.
You
trying to tell us something?
We were trying to close out the show, and then
you kept talking
about churches.
Yeah, you were the one that was advocating for the end,
at least
and then you just kept talking.
Water,
you literally are turning into Jack.
So,
what?
Why do I keep getting blasted?
Are you being unsympathetic about my house flooding right now? That's where you
Well,
went?
if
That's
you
where
had
you
gone,
went.
if you
That's
had gone
where I
to
went.
church, you heathen, your house might not have flooded.
That's where I went.
You could have made fun of anything. You
I
said, you
could
know
have.
what? Fuck Nick. Fuck
Hey,
his house. I
I
hope
thought
it,
Hey,
I
open
thought about making fun
sinkhole
of
opens up
Chris's.
and it just crumbles into the fucking
Thought about
ground.
making fun of
when you were
Chris's
gone, did
electrical problems, but then I thought,
did Dan go by there and damage your house?
Yeah, he might have.
no, he didn't come to my house. Why
Not
would I
your
let him in
house.
my house?
My
No,
house.
I wouldn't let him in your. Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be
Well,
surprised.
does
if,
he? Does he know about the people buried next door?
No,
know
because
what?
he doesn't listen to this fucking show.
Dan probably put them there.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
How do you know?
Can we wrap up this show because we're at a commercial break? Chris hasn't said anything, which I know is a bad.
Oh no, I've been talking.
Yeah.
He's higher than a kite.
You're just
He likes
letting me
watching
say
the
I am
train
high.
fully
as
wreck.
fuck, but
Hey, did you like my thumbnail this week, Matt?
I didn't think about it.
dude, he's a fucking like pedigree
dick.
asshole today.
I'm just.
Hey, Professor Matt, you like my art project? Quite frankly, I didn't even think about it. Fuck off.
Doesn't want to talk to us ever again.
Again.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. Yeah, sure. Were you having a podcast without me? I didn't realize. Let me just go back to my reading.
Wow. I'm hurt, and I've known you for like 15 years, at least.
No, it's great.
This kid's grown an attitude. He's just grown an incredible attitude over the last
At least 15 years.
Yeah.
I'm hurt,
What?
man? I'm hurt.
Huh?
I think we've known each. I think I've known all of you for at least 15, 16 years, right?
At least.
Since
Yeah.
05, 06, maybe.
yeah. And then
I
Matt doesn't.
started listening
Matt,
to you.
and Matt doesn't give a fuck.
What? I'm sorry. Was this show still going on? Mike says the show should keep going as long as the House Majority Leader vote keeps going.
Oh, geez.
Talk about a smoke show. Wait, shit show.
Shit show.
Has it been 12 times?
12 times.
11 times today, so 12 will be tomorrow.
I personally, I don't care, but it's just like
Get to work,
Same
fucking
how
idiots.
hard is it?
Again.
Get
to
to
nominate
fucking work.
somebody? And I don't know.
Bunch of assholes.
You got the crazies that are holding it up.
Absolute bunch of assholes.
Or they could all just mutually agree on one person, and come together as other states have done. But whatever.
A bunch of bag of dick bags.
Bag of dicks.
Bag of dick bags. I gotta watch that show again, though.
Jack, I do like the way you did the numbers, by the way. That was cool.
Be honest with you, I didn't do anything but the RCAD. This was a template, and I went, okay, I'll take out
You dropped RCAD in there. Well done.
RCAD, and then there's 190. If you can't see it under Jack, but it says 194 because this is episode 194. It's always important to label the number of the episode.
It is. We're barely just squeaking by to get to 200.
I know, because we're gonna have a party with Jane Seymour on episode 200.
Let's go.
Of course, Chris will have to be in a cold shower the whole time we're recording it. No,
I'll be able to handle myself.
You'll be able to handle yourself.
Yeah.
All right. He's podcasting without his pants that day. Okay.
Hasta luego and goodbye.
At this time, we're going to conclude this episode because it's gone on forever. God, it's almost 11:30. Shit, I got to get in a few hours. Oh, I forgot to tell my grandkid story real quick here. I've been sick for since October.
Shit, there's no way I can mute him.
Since October, I've been sick. It goes away. It comes back. It goes away. I went to the doctor, and they said, "Oh, you have what everyone else has."
No more monkeys jumping on the bed.
That's what I was gonna say.
Exactly.
Fuck yeah.
Shouldn't that mom be charged with some kind
after
of
10 monkeys jumping on the
how many
bed?
monkeys got to jump on the bed before they? It's like, okay, after the second one,
the doctor
you should be doing time.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Child Protective Services are showing up and
so she goes to me. She goes, "Yeah, it could be because nobody wore a mask. Everyone wore a mask for 3." I'm just looking at her like, "The fuck are you talking about?" I have this nasty cough, and so she gave me these cough pills, prescription cough that don't work.
Work. I had the cough pills. I thought they helped.
They look like little.
Yeah, the cough pills. Mm-hmm.
They look like little fish oil pills.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I got some of those, and they helped.
I had to put Vicks on my feet when I would go to sleep.
I would use those right before I went to bed when I had COVID, because it would suppress the cough, so that you put it on the.
What are you putting Vicks on your feet for?
Yeah,
if you put Vicks on, I told Matt about this. If you put Vicks on your feet and put some socks on, it'll calm your cough down.
Yeah, it does. It does a thing.
I put it on my chest, but I put it on my feet. I swear it worked. It kept me from coughing.
Also, fun fact: Popeye used to get his, super strength not from spinach, but from rubbing like a chicken's head. So look it up, kids.
Anyway, so no, if you put, you're looking at me like I'm crazy. It does work.
They're looking at me like I'm crazy.
I can't understand the physiology of how that would work.
He rubs the chicken's head, and then boom, he's got the magic strength.
Because the whole idea of camphor is for you to breathe in.
Yeah.
How are you gonna breathe in if it's on your feet?
Maybe it's a duck. I don't know, but it's like
you put it on your feet. I would put socks on.
It's a poultry bird of some type.
I could sleep through the night without coughing, but I would cough all day long. Now,
what happens?
Go ahead.
What happens when your wife picks up your socks the next day and they're all crusty inside?
Well,
he's not.
Well, to be honest, I'm not
unfamiliar with him.
It's not the 50s. I have to pick up my own socks. Sorry, Nick.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, it's not the South either. I have to pick up my own socks. So anyway, I'm not Thomas Jefferson.
Bernice the Wiffle Hen. That's what it was. Bernice the Wiffle Hen.
Looking up this Vicks on the feet thing. This is blowing my mind.
I swear it works.
It does.
Oh, finally Matt Treese is here, and he said this is the second time today I've heard putting Vicks on your feet and then putting on socks.
I guess what happens. Healthline.com says using Vicks VapoRub on your feet may soothe tired, achy feet, but it won't help with cold symptoms like a stuffy nose or sinus congestion. In addition, you may apply too much VapoRub on your feet and will feel like it's not working. If you feel like it's not working.
I didn't say it takes away the cold. It simmers down the cough. That was the only way I could sleep at night because my cough is so bad. So anyway, anyone that knows me since October.
Hold on. I'm not done with this yet, Jack. Okay, I'm sorry. All right. Like, have you ever put it on your chest?
Yeah, I put it on my chest too.
And that doesn't stop you. That doesn't give you the same relief as your feet.
No, it's. I do my feet, and then I put it on my chest, and then all three, I could sleep.
What happens if you put it on your balls?
It burns.
Oh, that would sting, huh?
I know.
It's like when I had I think I almost tore my groin or something like that. It was bad. So I tried to play hockey like a few months later. So I put some Bengay on the but it got into the area of my balls, and I'm sitting on the bench going, I gotta get off the ice. I'm burning here. So I put some water on it to cool it off. Big mistake, because that makes it 100 times worse. I'm like, I gotta get off the ice. I went to the bathroom and had to wash my balls to get the stuff off my balls because it was sick.
So,
and the worst part was at my age they were down on the ground, so I had
right,
and they got stuck in the drain. It was a nightmare. But anyway,
so
Chris,
it's no secret that dudes, they touch their balls, right? So I touched my nuts once after preparing and making a salsa.
Oh, bad
motherfucker. I didn't even realize that there was like the oils or essences of jalapeno on my hands. I couldn't smell it. It wasn't. I didn't know it was there. But then I grabbed the old satchel, and man, it fucking burnt like a.
I'm telling you, if your kids are caught, I told you about. Did your wife do it, Matt? Did she put the Vicks on her feet?
I don't like to talk about my wife's feet. Okay, that's just not something I'm willing to talk about them.
But seriously, you asked me. I said have her put Vicks on her feet.
I think this is a secret way that Vicks is trying to get more money out of you because you're using 3 times the amount of Vicks that you're supposed to.
No, I buy the Target brand Vicks, which is like $5 cheaper than the Vicks brand.
Oh, well,
so there.
I can't wrap my head around how that could be
you,
remotely beneficial.
The only way I could sleep at night was doing that because I cough and I have a very nasty cough. Now, people that know me know I do two things: I throw up or I pass out, which I've done a couple times with this over the last couple months because I cough so hard, I just black out. Luckily, I was sitting down when I did it. But I throw up a lot. And I've lost 18 pounds since October from being sick.
Oh, it's from your bulimia.
Yeah, from my bulimia. So anyway, one day I'm watching.
Chris's eyes just went really big, and then his head went down like shake my head.
We're losing all the women people here. Anyway, so I'm throwing up into the kitchen sink because I'm coughing. It just coughing. So
was it on the garbage disposal side or?
It's a garbage disposal side. I have the water going and stuff like that. Sometimes you can make it to the bathroom. Sometimes you can't.
Again, Chris's face is just priceless.
So anyway, can I finish this story?
No, I want to know more about your vomit, but thanks.
So I just cough, and I get to the point where I'm coughing so much, either I'm going to pass out or throw up.
I'm sorry to ask you all these questions. And
so I'm coughing, and my two grandkids, Ava and Hayden, think I'm being funny. They think I'm joking around, and I go, I'm not joking. So they go around all day going, I'm Papa.
Well, you kind of deserve it, though. I mean,
so they go, Papa. We're doing your cough. I said,
that's pretty good.
Okay,
it's like the Godfather.
Exactly. So I got my grandkids going around going, because they think I'm trying to be funny, even though I'm literally losing a rib.
Totally gonna traumatize
I'm a violent thrower upper. I'm very. It comes from all the way down here, and it comes out. I mean,
that's where the glat filter comes from. See, mine
glat
filter.
I cough. You
your eye cough. Yes.
Yeah.
I cough.
You glat felt.
I'm glad.
Man, these jokes are just getting better, aren't they?
Yeah.
They are.
Did you Skype that out?
Like
that
Jay
was
Leno.
That was my grandkid's story. That I threw up, and they were going around imitating me for like 2 or 3 days.
I left thinking this show is over, and I came back and it's still recording. So
yeah. The worst part, because my wife will go, "Don't throw up," because she doesn't like it, so she'll leave the room as I'm on my own.
Oh,
I'll pull her. If she's throwing up, I pull her hair back. I'm rubbing her, back and saying, "Are you okay? You're okay."
Yeah.
She's like, "Are you done yet?" Because she can't.
That can't be the first time she's said that.
Yeah, exactly. And she's usually shouting it from the other room.
Yeah.
Are you finished? I'm done.
Yes, John, this show should be done.
As long as I'm happy, that's all that matters. Anyway, that's my story.
My God. Okay. We have some special patrons to thank for making this show.
But if you'd like to be a patron, we're still looking for that $1 million patron. And if you donate $1 million, I will get Jane Seymour on the show.
Why are you spending so much time on the $1 million patrons? Just tell us who the patrons are.
Well, if we get $1 million patron, fuck it. We don't even have to do another show.
You spend a lot of time on a $1 million patron
because we're not sharing it with the other podcasts.
Okay, I get that. So
it's
there goes that Owen and Baru's money.
But if you'd like to be a patron, go to janejack.com, click on the button, be a patron. Anything helps. It helps keep this show going because this show is spectacular. But we'd like to thank Eckhart Richter Glaffelder, Joanne with a plan, Maggie the Magnificent, thanks for the email, and Ed, the creepy letter carrier, thanks for all you do, and thanks for everyone who joined us in the chat tonight. Buy some Vicks, rub it wherever you want. That helps support the RCAD.
Don't put it on your shit, though.
Yeah, it doesn't burn as much as Bengay or Icy Hot or something like that. But it can
hashtag
be
that stuff out.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to add? Are we I thought 2023 we were doing roaming producers.
That was your idea. None of us agreed to that.
I was hoping. Anyway, Matt.
What? Huh?
You want to be producer next week?
We did.
When are we meeting again?
We did what?
You're muted,
I
Chris.
can't hear.
He did it on purpose.
Is this thing on?
Anyway, that's all we got. You know, I'm gonna make it at 2 hours. We got 20 seconds to go. So
Talking to this part, right?
I got the phone here. Oh, I've started rewatching Gunsmoke.
Don't care.
Paramount Plus has all the episodes of Gunsmoke on. Anyway, I'm just trying.
I got Mount Pilot on here.
Mom made me watch them
Anyway,
all, man.
that's all we got. Hasta luego and goodbye. I've seen them all, by the way.